Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're the largest chosen people on this side. 12 tribes of Israel. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Camp for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
So we know we're not supposed to celebrate people's death. We're not celebrating anyone's death. But if you're going against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that's all you're going to get is death. Because rapid bad news is dead. Or maybe not, maybe he is, but I think he's dead. That's what I think. And then Nathaniel, I don't know if he's getting sick again or something, but he's going to be visited. And a lot of people have been dying. Like there was an explosion somewhere and 12 people died. There's a big explosion and there's 12 deaths and kids dying trapped in floods. People just dropping dead all of a sudden. It's barely the new year. So this kid to Ecclesiastes 16. We're going to read 1 through 9, but we'll take one verse at a time. And Mark, how can you get Job 1 and 1? Because all these people on the planet Earth, guess what? They're all brothers and sisters. Why? Because when the flood came, this man called Noah, who I believe is also Abraham in the reincarnation, because he's going to be the father of nations, and I was thinking about that. Noah had 3 sons that populated the whole earth. So we're all basically family, but some Edomites act like they hate us. Other nations hate us. So guess what? You ain't going to get treated like a brother when you get into the kingdom. Let's get that in Ecclesiastes 16:1. So you got to be prepared.
Ecclesiasticus 16:1, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons.
So don't ask for a whole bunch of kids, and definitely don't delight in one of your children that's wicked, because that's what's going on right now. You know, there's a lot of children on the earth that came from Israel, like all these people right here on this sign.
And this says unprofitable children.
Unprofitable. So guess what? Just because you're making money doesn't mean you're profitable. Because what's profitable in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is this word.
Colin, I might say that you said a couple weeks ago, last week, that yeah, Kim might be doing good in school, but what if he's like not doing good at the household? That's what matters.
That's what matters. Because we're trapped in 2 worlds. You know, we're trapped in 2 worlds. And the world we're trying to get out of, and the world we're trying to be part of.
That's why you want to have a bunch of children if they're of no good use.
Yeah, let's say you have a whole house full, 10 kids, and all those kids are acting up, doing bad, like Job. Yeah, Job, the first one.
Job 1:1.
Yeah.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil.
Yeah, so this is Job, and he's a perfect guy in the world, perfect man in the world that's still like this one, full of sin, but he's chewing it. He's like, which means like, get the fuck out of here. You don't want to have nothing to do with it. But as we're gonna read on, Job has a multitude of children, and we're gonna find out whether they're profitable or not. Go on to the next one, please.
Job 1 and 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters.
So this brother had 10 children. 10, that's a multitude of kids. You know, that's a whole lot. That's a large amount of kids, man.
Because my grandma had 10 kids, and We got a lot of cousins.
So we're part of a family system that's huge because the Lord.
More kids equals more responsibility.
That's right.
You got to pay more money for them.
Yeah.
Spend more time with them.
You got to look out for them more too.
Yeah. So now we're gonna understand why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna kill most of his kids. What a turn, huh? What a twist! What a plot twist. So we're gonna find out. Read 3.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of ox and 500 she-asses and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east.
He was rich. Like right now we can say Donald Trump's rich, Bill Gates is rich, Jeff Bezos is rich, Elon Musk is rich. So we think about those people and how much they have. That's the equivalent to Job. And Abraham had a shitload. Jacob had a shitload. Israel had a bunch too. You know, King David and Solomon. We all were in part of a kingdom that was very profitable.
Yeah. And it's crazy because even to this day, tribes, we have a lot of kids though.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of kids.
Even in bad conditions, even if we can't fucking afford it.
Yeah.
We'll be having kids.
Because my grandpa had to bring like 3-4 of my uncles and aunts, and had to leave half of them over there, so he make profit to able to bring them over here.
See, it's tough. It's tough being an Israelite.
Yeah.
Read the next one.
4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for the 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
So I looked that word up in the blue letter. Let me do it again. And that word, you know what? It's gonna be Job. That word is basically the birthday. His day. So everyone his day. And that's Yawam. So it says Hebrews 31:17. The word is Yawam, which is day. We say Tawab Yawam, right? Morning, day. So I'm gonna just get to the thing. It says time period or year, a division of time. It says as a division of time, a working day, a day's journey, days, lifetime. So that's your birthday right there. And it also says down here in the Strong's definition for whether it's literally sunrise to sunset. So they were partying for 24 hours, these kids, because that was the whole day. As the warm hours, whether literally sunrise to sunset or figuratively time defined by associated term. What's an associated term? How can people remember their kids' birthdays? Like, oh, they were born around this time. Let's have a little celebration. Full of life, as long as lived, perpetually presented, remaineth required season, since space then of time as of other times. So basically, the full year, right? That's their day, and that's their birthday. So now we're gonna understand that you ain't supposed to celebrate your birthday. Get Ecclesiasticus verse 16. Because what's the point of celebrating your birthday? What's the big deal? We're supposed to not celebrate any of those things, and we're gonna find out later on in the Job. Okay?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 16 and 2. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of Yahweh shall be with them.
So all these children that Job had, do you think they worshiped Yahweh Shai like Job, or even at all? Let's read the next verse.
Verse 5. And it was so when the days of the feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned, and cursed God in their hearts.
Yeah.
Thus did Job continually.
So they're cursing the Most High because they're celebrating the day that they were born. And that goes.
Jeremiah said, "Curse the day out." Right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
You know, what's the big deal? What's the big fucking deal? You know, you ain't that special. That that's not even the day to remember. We got 5 holy days.
Yeah.
Now, a day to remember is the first day, right? The first day of the year, which is coming up pretty soon, and then we're gonna celebrate another day, which is Passover, and then the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and then we're gonna. That's a whole party right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether you start with wine or whatever, you're doing the same rituals every year, every appointed time at that space.
Yeah, because birthdays is not biblical.
No. And then why did Job have to sanctify them? Why did Job have to pray for them? It said right there because they cursed the Most High. The next one, please.
6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Most High, and Satan came along among them.
Sons of God, that means Satan is the son of God.
Yeah.
So don't let the Christians find out because they'll probably commit suicide.
Yeah, because it clearly says they're the sons of God.
It says it right there. I mean, what are you gonna argue about? And actually, if you disagree with what the Bible says, you're disagreeing with what Yahushua said, because Yahushua is saying what his father told him to say, and that's what the Bible is the words of Yahushua. You know, it doesn't make sense for you to say but this, but that. But you see, that's because Apostle Hart made perfect sense. Vocab's thing is if you can get one Gentile in, you can get all of them in. Like they can do a little sneaking in and all that stuff. Get the verse 3 in Ecclesiastes.
It's Ecclesiasticus 16 and 3. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly.
See, if you're a brother and you don't have no kids, it don't even matter because one good kid is better than 1,000, and you're that one good kid. We're that one good kid. Because Job right now is gonna definitely find out, and man. And we're going to find out about why one is better than 1,000. Just keep in mind that we're going to talk about Jonah. Okay? How one can save a whole fucking city. Or a whole colony. Get it the next one in Job.
7. And the Most High said unto Satan, Hence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Most High, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
So he was all over the earth. Hey, you know what? When we see those chariots, we don't know if it's a demon in there. I mean, they're all angels, but we don't know what job they're doing. You know, they could be stopping by just and then on the way to work like we do. We stop by to get something to eat, a coffee on the way to work or wherever we gotta go. And they're like, hey man, shalom, and then they put bad dreams of people.
Yeah.
I was watching this one movie, it's a crazy movie, man. It's about how they call them aliens in graves, but we know that they're the angels. How they program people into sleep, and that's, you know, Job 33 and 15. When they get programmed in their sleep.
Oh yeah, so you get reached.
Mm-hmm. And then they act upon it every day. So, hey, even the angels are being profitable. Yeah. Even the angels and demons are being profitable. Even Satan's being profitable.
Because there has to be a balance.
There has to be a perfect balance. And that's what people don't understand in the Christian community.
Because most of them don't want to go to church to feel good.
And, yeah, how are you going to feel good when everything that's happening is bad?
Yeah. They always say, why does good things happen? Why bad things happen to good people? But they don't. Job.
You said it perfectly, brother. Why do good things happen to bad people?
Yeah.
Why do good things happen to bad people?
Yeah, or vice versa, you know?
But it's always like this.
Yeah.
why do bad things happen to good people, right?
Yeah. They're in the same. Well, what is not perished to die innocent, which is in the same in Job.
And that makes you think about Hebrews 12:5.
Oh, chastising.
The chastising of the son. And then this is gonna get down into it. Get the next one in Job.
Go. 9. Then Satan answered the Most High and said, "Does Job fear God for naught?"
Does he fear him for nothing? Why? Get the next one.
10. Hast not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
So now we're going to find out how to hurt someone. Because Satan said, look, man, look, Father, you got a hedge around the prophets, and you got a hedge around Job and everything he has in his whole household. That's why their kids were being so bad. And you know, it's like the old saying, though. When you're poor and broke, times are always hard. And that makes you hard. But then you get a little bit of bread, and then your kids don't ever suffer that hardship, and then they get soft.
Yeah, what's the hard say? Hard times.
Yeah, hard times create soft men. Or what is it? Hard men create a. You gotta look it up again.
Yeah. Hard times create rough men, and easy or something. Soft times make.
Because the whole thing goes. My great grandfather was riding a camel. My grandfather was riding a camel. My father got a Mercedes. I got a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then my son's gonna have a Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then my grandson's gonna be riding a camel.
Right there.
Hard times make strong men.
There you go.
Strong men make easy times.
Yeah.
Easy times make weak men.
Yep.
And weak men make hard times. You see, so that shit is a circle of life.
Yeah.
You can't get out of that. You just can't.
That's why when dish carts come over here, the kids grow up in these Babylonian ways, and they're like, man, when I was in Mexico, I had to do this, I had to do that, man. You guys have it easy over here. So you know,
and it is true.
Yeah, can't go against what they said because you know it is true though. They have it hard out there.
Yeah, because my father didn't have electricity. You know, he didn't have hot water.
They had to use those candles, not those
candles.
Yeah.
Taking showers in las tinas.
Yeah.
You're all fucking hot, warm water. You gotta wash yourself hella fast.
And then the toilets, right? They're outside,
they're
like in the dirt, and what do they call them though? They're outside, but like it's like the dirt in the bucket.
What do they call them?
I forgot what they're called. You know?
Outhouses.
Yeah. There you go. But they're outside though.
What do you gotta use to wipe your ass with? Toilet paper.
Yeah.
No, but they don't use toilet paper. They use books.
Yeah.
Old books. They cut out pages out of them.
Yeah.
Get paper cuts on the butts. Man, those are hard times.
Yeah.
These times that we're living in right now are gonna get harder because the men that are in charge are soft-boiled eggs, man.
Yeah.
You know how Esau is. He might be tough and everything, and an outdoorsman, but he's soft. Let's get the next one.
11. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So guess what? You know, and it wasn't like Satan said, "Hey, yo, Yahweh, you know, how about this?" No, how about Shemi Shai was like, "Hey, check this out, homie, here," because he called them all. He called all his sons, all his angels, and then he said, "Look, you see Job over there? You know, what do you think about him?" And then Satan was like, "Man, does he fear you for nothing? You protect him, and everything he does is blessed by you."
Yeah. As in, like, you have Chiquialo, as in where, you know what I'm saying? They don't give him a hard time. Yeah.
You coddle him.
Yep.
Basically. But this is how much our Heavenly Father loves us. Read the next one.
12. And the Most High said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself. Put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. So who listens to who?
Now, who listens to who? Who's in charge? The next one.
13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house.
So now, everything is okay. Everything has a green light. All sin, that's how you get punished, anyways. Which will show you that if you're righteous and you do good, even though you're having hard times, you have mercy shown upon you, and the mercy that's shown upon you is based upon the name, because it says Lord, but it's talking about Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know that name is gold. That name is like the multi-tool.
Yeah.
It cuts through everything. You'll get the next one. Or actually, keep going until it says. I'll tell you when to stop.
And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabaeans fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So right there, the fire of Yahweh Shem Yahushai came from a chariot. She said it right there. It came from the sky. Destroyed all his flock. Hey, and guess who did it? Guess who did it? Satan did it. That was Satan's chariot.
Yeah. Oh, going back to year,
Yeah? That's Satan's chariot. Because he's the one that got the green. He's the hitman. All right? He's a hitman. He serves a function. We serve a function.
Yeah.
We need him. And why do we need him? I'll tell you what. Something bad happens to you, like that one story you said. You put a curse on your enemies, and guess who pulls it? Guess who does it? Guess who works for you now? All of a sudden, the devil's doing what you're asking.
Yeah.
He's the one that's, man, let's keep going.
17. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Say, so all those people that are coming down on Job's property and Job's servants, they all work for Satan, because guess who's doing that shit?
Yeah.
So get the next one. The next one's a banger.
18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
Celebrating what? Their birthday.
Yeah.
Get the next one.
19. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smelt the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
So did Job curse the Most High throughout all this? He was just sitting there relaxing one day, and then 4 of his servants came up and told him some foul shit. And this is what he did. Go ahead.
20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell upon the ground and worshipped.
Ooh, what do you do?
Worship.
Worship. So now go to Jonah, 3rd chapter.
3rd chapter.
And read Ecclesiasticus 16 and 4 again.
You said Jonah 3 and
3. Get the part where he's gonna talk to Nineveh. It says Nineveh. When he went to Nineveh, after 3 days, he was in the belly of the fish, and then he.
Oh, God. Jonah 3 and 3. So Jonah rose and went to Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was. I'll read the next one. So right.
Yeah.
And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey, and he cried and said, yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth from the greatest of them even to the least of them.
So they believed what Jonah said. Get that in
Ecclesiasticus 6 and 4.
16.
Ecclesiasticus 16 and 4. For by one that hath understanding shall the city be replenished.
See?
God, and what I say too, in the book of Jonah 2, remember that guard that was eventually he wanted just for that little shade though, and he appreciated that little shade. But what the Most High do, he had those what was it, the worms, or was it to destroy it?
Yeah.
So he was pissed. So, but that's just how, you know what I mean? That's just how
That's how, hey, you're not in charge. We're not in charge.
yeah.
We can't get up and say, hey, we gotta do this. Read the fifth verse.
Many such things have I seen with my eyes, and my ear hath heard greater things than these.
So these are the prophecies that are happening. Things that are happening, and then people listen, people take it to the heart and get converted, and they believe. Get the next one in Joe and Jonah.
Go ahead. 6. For word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him, and covered him with sackcloth, and sat in ashes.
Even the king.
Yeah.
Even the king, because they're all Hebrews. They're all Israelites. So everybody, man, one man can save the whole city.
Yeah. City.
Yeah. Say, so it doesn't matter if you started your own camp and you're just one. Hey, I was just one guy. You know, we're all just one guys.
And city of what, 14,000, 15,000?
Yeah,
In the city.
That's. But we go all over the world because this is on YouTube, and then we put it on Odyssey. Get the next one and then keep going on.
7. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published through Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock taste anything, let them not feed nor drink water.
So there was a commandment given. If you want to be saved, Jonah was like, look, this place is going to get fucked up. And you know what happens when the enemy comes and gets fucked up? That means the Lord's with them. You know, doing destruction and everything. Everything the sword touches gets sliced.
Yeah, because Isaiah tells you he used the Assyrians for the hands of the Assyrians from his indignation. You know what I mean? And Isaiah tells you that.
Ecclesiasticus 16:6. In the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled.
Didn't that the cloud with the fire come for Jonah's kids or Jonah's sheep or asses? Took his flock. Everything happened bad.
So that was a shot. The Most High made that happen. You know, it was through him. He made it happen.
Yeah, that's his power.
Yeah,
those are his powers. So go to Deuteronomy 4:24, and then get 1 Samuel 15:23. See, I'm putting these scriptures together for the congregation so that you can understand. I know a lot of you have young kids and you want to celebrate birthdays, and you're arguing and fighting with your other parent. But if the whole household is going to serve, that's even better, because the whole city repented and it got saved.
Yeah.
It got saved. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 4:24. For Yahweh Shai thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when he's jealous, he's taking shit out. Consuming fire.
And I think he even says he's consuming fire in the book of Isaiah too.
Hey,
You know?
all over the band, you hear it. You hear it. 1 Samuel 15:23.
1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is an iniquity and adultery. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
So, hey, a lot of people like to prophesy wrong names and like to be false prophets.
Don't believe in the name.
You ain't gonna make it as a king, man. You know, here you are. You have a great big following in the world. But like the scripture said, you know, Ecclesiasticus 16:1, a multitude of children is not a good thing. You know, IUIC has the most fucking members.
Yeah, you talking the purple?
Yeah, the biggest camp in the world. Biggest Hebrew Israelite camp in the world, still calling on sweet Jesus.
But the crazy thing is, where's their leader? Right, that's Nathaniel, right?
Yeah.
Where is he at?
I heard he's sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know, baby. What do you want to tell Joe Biden right now, Nathaniel? What's up, baby? Buy me some dinner. Yeah, he, you know, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And then one of them got mad. He's like, what do you say? You GMS, you know, he's at the house. He's at the house with his kids. You could tell he was all pissed. But
hey, baby, that's what happens. And that's why people hate GMS and the branches that formed out of that.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. But they say, his brother, you know, it's weird because his brother sent me a clip of the YouTube though, and I was gonna say on that same video, that Jake that sounded all butthurt. He's like, man, you wicked, what do you say, wicked GMS? You know, talking shit, throwing a tantrum, you know.
Like, we're the fucking ones that did it.
Yeah.
what did Satan just wait for? He waited for the green light.
Yeah.
You know, if we put it up, we put up the curse. If it's available, then it's gonna happen. Someone has to fuck up in order to get fucked up. It ain't just like we want to fuck people up.
Yeah.
And by the way, who perishes being innocent? No one. And as you can see in the background, I pointed to all the cars because I wanted you to see that we're out here on the streets, on the byways, and the highways. You know, not tucked away in some corner. People passing by, people wondering this and that. And I wasn't gonna say anything, but I had a nightmare last night, and it was about zombies. So, man, I don't know if I was that person that got eaten up, or if I was just jumped into their body through the spirit. But let me tell you the story. So we were in a part of the world that I never seen before, and we were all running, and my heart was beating fast, so it was a danger zone. It was a danger time. And then we went into a building and we tried to close it up, and these fucking zombies with yellow eyes were fucking banging on the windows, banging on the doors, and they broke in so fast. The next thing I knew, I was on the floor just looking at them, but all kinds of blood. And you know how we play zombies and it ends, and the dead person still sees. So it was like that, and I was like just looking at that shit, and I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. You see, I don't have nice dreams.
You know, this spirit too, Slakia, had a dream last night too that those drones. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever seen the Spider-Man Far From Home, that Mysterio. Yeah, used those drones. Yeah. They were chasing me and a group of people and shit, man. So we were just running. They kept coming. The drones kept coming out of nowhere.
Those don't sound like nice dreams.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? It felt real, but I mean.
Yeah, it felt real.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I didn't feel the bites or nothing like that. Yeah. That shit was crazy. It was like all of a sudden, a whole bunch of them came out of nowhere, and it was like in the movies, you know how there's Zombie Nation or something like that, with the one with Brad Pitt.
Oh, Z
Nation, yeah. Or, man, they fucking just.
When they pile them
warm.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Yeah.
And they didn't look like regular people, man, because they had like cuts and sores in their faces. They looked like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And they were drinking blood from their mouth and eyes, but their eyes were all bloodshot, and they had fucking yellow coloring. So it was fucking crazy. Yellow with black cracks in it.
Yeah.
It was fucking sick over now.
You talking about the part when they were piling them up, trying to climb? Yeah.
And why did the Lord let me see that? So I could tell you. Hey, He let me see those eyes. He let me feel the fear. Man, that was. And then guess what? Right at the time where I woke up at 5:15, so that was when that dream happened. And I was like, damn.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
It's Proverbs 29:25. The fear of the man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Most High shall be safe. 26. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Most High. So, what we were talking about earlier, you know?
No matter what's going on, whether you have unprofitable kids, or you have a situation where you have to run from zombies, or because your faith should be in the Most High, Yahweh Shai. Pray to Yahweh, baby. Hey, yo, you know, He's going to get you out. Because nothing's going to save you from what? From His will. That's His will.
Yeah.
That's His will.
It also tells you in James, I think it's 4:15, it says, well, I'll just bring it out right now, real quick though. I don't want to paraphrase it, but, you know, we're not supposed to say, you know, I'm going to do this tomorrow, but, you know, it's Lord's will, you know. I believe it's 15. Oh yeah, 15. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that.
Yeah.
If the Lord will.
The Lord will. We'll make it out of this rotten place, this curse that we're living in. Let's go to Ecclesiastes and get the 7th verse, 16 and 7. And then go to Genesis 19 and 5. Hey, this lesson is a little long, but let's bear with me. It's for edification of the church. A lot of people have a lot of kids, and they're, people worry about their kids, but it's not up to you. It's,
They're like my family also like
Ecclesiasticus 16 and 6. In the congregation of the ungodly shall find a fire be kindled, and in a rebellious nation wrath is set on fire.
Hey man, we just read all of those scriptures that tells you why and what's going to happen to who and when. Verse 7.
He was not pacified toward the old giants. He fell away in the strength of their foolishness.
So remember when Rahab, or not Rahab, one of those generals, Syrian generals, came and said, the king, the God on earth, said, who's going to stop me from taking all these lands and all these hills? Have any other gods from any other land stopped me before? And then that's when 2 Kings 19 and 35 happened, and the angel came and destroyed 185,000 of them.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Go read verse 8.
Neither spared he the place where Lot sojourned, but abhorred them for their pride.
Not the words, the place that Lot sojourned. Let's go. Genesis 19 and 5.
Genesis 19 and 5. And they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them.
So this is Sodom, and these people that live, these men that live in Sodom, are homosexuals, and they saw those angels, and they lusted in their hearts for them, and they told Lot, look, bring these people out, these men, so we can know them. And that word "know them" is sexual intercourse. Now let's go to verse 11 and read 11 and 13. 11 through 13.